In my absence, the estate had been overrun by Mobius's soldiers. I hoped that they had not yet found the entrance to the crypt or discovered the body of Janos. Of Vorador, there was no sign.
Raziel, the conquering hero. I understand we ought to offer congratulations. Kain, at last, is dead.
I suppose you expect similar congratulations on the death of Vorador. Or has he eluded you?
We have him, but not without a considerable price in blood.
That will have pleased him.
Let it sustain him until his head is off, and every vampire in Nosgoth at last is dead.
And will that knowledge sustain you? You too are going to your death.
For a true servant of the one God, death is never bitter. I will go, again at peace with the knowledge that I have played my small part in our master's plans. Kain is at last destroyed, and you have carried out the deed. Which hero do you think you are now? The vampire savior, or the other one? Have you realized yet that it didn't matter to us which one either of you thought you were, so long as the result was the same in the end? And now, Kain is dead. Really, I cannot thank you enough.
So, this has all been arranged every step of the way. And Kain thought I truly had free will.
Oh, but you do. And there's the greatest triumph of all. To have compelled the one player who could choose into doing exactly what we required. Well done, faithful servant. And now, I have an execution to see to.
heart.
This relic had come at so high a cost. My blood offering for the answers I sought from this enigmatic corpse. It was the price of my freedom, for which Kain had paid with his life. Had I journeyed so far and forsaken so much, only to have it end like this?
I remember. Raziel, the heir of prophecy. You came for the Reaver, just before the Seraphim found me.
You've been entombed here for 5 centuries. Your murderers are long dead.
500 years. And Vorador?
Also dead. Your bloodline is erased. The age of the vampires is coming to an end.
Then we must waste no time.
I'm not who you think I am. Nor is this a benevolent act. I have questions that apparently you alone can answer.
Raziel, there are forces in this world that will strive to deceive you and pervert your destiny. But you must believe your arrival foretells the salvation of the vampire race.
Why then would the vampires devise a weapon to consume and imprison their savior?
No, that cannot be.
While the blade yet exists, I am drawn inexorably toward my doom. It was you who bound me to this fate. Only you can release me.
Raziel, you have been misled. You are ordained by prophecy to wield the Reaver.
And so I do, though not quite as you'd envisioned.
Redeemer and Destroyer. Is it possible? Did I misread all the signs? It seems your destiny is more labyrinthian than I had imagined. You must trust me, Raziel. We may have very little time. I will convey you to the place where your answers lie.
Where have you brought me?
We are within the ancient citadel of the vampire race, long ago defiled and abandoned. This fortress endured through centuries of war against our great enemy.
The Hilden.
Yes. From this chamber, we witnessed the summoning of the Pillars and the banishment of our adversaries from the land. This is a dire omen. The Binding is in peril. The hour of prophecy is at hand.
It's too late. The Pillars are already damned.
As long as a single one of us stands, there is still hope. The pillars must not remain under human guardianship. They are not competent to serve.
Why then did you allow the pillars to fall into human hands?
Raziel, there is no time.
I want answers. The world can end this instant for all I care.
Very well. The Hilden cursed us as they fell, afflicting our race with a predatory bloodthirst. But with this transformation came our enemy's true revenge. Immortality.
They liberated you from the Wheel of Fate.
They imprisoned our souls in this flesh, expelling us from the purifying cycle of death and rebirth.
And yet you pass the curse on.
It was a necessary evil. Our immortality banished us from God's grace. He turned his sight from us and fell silent. Many took their own lives, unable to bear the separation from our God.
Not you, though.
Curse or blessing, it is the price we pay to keep the Hilden banished from the land. To sustain the binding, we had to preserve our bloodline, and so we passed the dark gift to the human successors of our fallen guardians. They rebelled, inevitably, refusing the curse and seizing the pillars as their own. And so we come to our present dilemma. While mankind governs the pillars, the binding decays. The Hilden strain against the barriers of their prison, scratching to gain a foothold back into this world.
And what does all this mean to me?
We stand at the threshold of a new eon, Raziel, and you are the fulcrum upon which our destiny turns. Beneath this room lies our innermost sanctum. The outer chamber has been opened. It appears events are already in motion. This token is the key to the mysteries you seek. I cannot accompany you. You must face this trial alone. If you prevail, you will have your answers.
And if I fail the test?
Then you will not return.
Golden Ouroboros. should have known I'd find you here.
Here and everywhere, now and always. I am the wheel and its turning. I am the circle of life and death.
And I am beginning to think the vampires committed suicide only to escape your voice.
Do not forego my favor with your impertinence, Raziel. You have finally fulfilled your purpose. I am pleased.
What are you trying to obliterate here, then? What is it about me that has you so afraid?
Your fate is trivial, Raziel. It was Kain's destiny that mattered all along.
My master seemed keen to extinguish the purifying fire of the Spirit Forge. Perhaps the Reaver would loosen his grip.
It is accomplished. The Forge summons the spirit of every balanced guardian to itself for this final purpose.
Ariel? You?
Yes, Raziel. Yet I am much more than I was. The veil is lifted from my sight. My spirit, united with the souls of my predecessors, is drawn here now for the final baptism of the blade. To restore balance, the sword must be rendered pure by spirit. Release me, Raziel. The Soul Reaver has the power. Release us all. For this we were called. You have done well, Raziel. But there is one more trial for you to bear. You must unite what has been set asunder. Only then will the Scion of Balance be armed for his true endeavor.
The Reaver now blazed with purifying flame. But far from being enlightened, I found myself entangled in an even greater web of mysteries. What had Janos expected me to learn? And what of Ariel's cryptic message? If the sword was endowed for the Scion of Balance, for Kain, and he was now dead, what hope remained? I needed to find Janos, and soon. I dreaded to think what these ominous rumblings might portend. Spirit Reaver. Spectral Reaver. Material Reaver. Dark Reaver. Light Reaver. Fire Reaver. Air Reaver. Water Reaver. Earth Reaver. Spirit Reaver. Janos, what is this?
The binding is failing. All is lost.
We had arrived at that cataclysmic moment when a younger Kain faced his fateful dilemma as Balance Guardian. Choosing self-preservation over sacrifice, he doomed the Pillars to eternal ruin.
Raziel, there may yet be hope. There is one who will be called. You must seek the Scion of Balance. Dear God! Raziel, we meet again. You have played your part flawlessly. It is gratifying to attain both freedom and vengeance in a single stroke. No! You cannot! This one is strong. Good. My next move requires a more durable host. Mortals are such fragile vessels. Willing or not, you have provided the instrument of our victory.
I wouldn't celebrate just yet.
You pathetic creature. You haven't got a clue. The seduction of the Circle and possession of Mortanius, Ariel's murder, the corruption and collapse of the Pillars, all orchestrated as a prelude to this moment. We sought an incorruptible vessel, and you provided one. We required the blood of our ancient enemy, and you delivered Janos Audron, having first been lured to the heart of darkness. Best of all, you murdered the Scion of Balance to get it. We've already won. Raziel, you must not allow them to carry out their plan. Kill me, and you end it now. Suicidal like the rest of them. Know your place, Raziel. The true hero plays his role and then steps aside. You deluded ghoul. Do you so wish to die a martyr for the vampire's lost cause?
You're not leaving this chamber. I will destroy Janos if I have to.
Very well, then. I'll indulge you. Raziel, finish it before he returns.
You should have listened to me.
Now it is finished, and thus a new epic has its beginning.
Do you see? However far you stray, you will always return to me. Surrender, Raziel.
Never!
Your efforts are wasted, Raziel. That weapon you bear, however endowed, remains only a wraith blade. It cannot touch me.
I will not be your prisoner.
You have no choice. Your task is fulfilled. Kain has been cleared from the board, and this chamber made ready for my more malleable servants. There is nothing more for you to do.
I refuse to bend my will.
It has always been my will you satisfy, never your own.
You parasitic fraud. You are forced to imprison me because I possess free will.
You possess nothing. As you are undying, your soul cannot be returned to the wheel. But it may console you to abide here in eternity with me. Mobius, my good servant, I call you to the place of our first meeting. Return to me here.
I awoke to find myself in a shadowy realm. A disquieting stillness lay where my heart had been, the heart that had belonged to Janus Ordran all along. How was it possible that I still lived?
You are still very full, Vampire. That will go first. This realm will render you hideous. You will go mad, and will not know it.
What is this place?
Do you not think of this place every day, Vampire? Or are we truly forgotten? This is the exile into which we were driven. But soon now, soon we will be free. We will be free.
I felt strongly drawn, compelled even, not to linger here, but to go to the vampire citadel at once. Balance emblem. Flame. Dimension. Lightning. Time. I knew what ominous hour this was in Nosgoth's history. For here was the event that had shaped my entire existence. I had cast my fate, refusing the sacrifice, damning the pillars, and founding my doomed empire upon their ruins. I would raise the Sarafan priests to be my closest lieutenants, and would one day cast the strongest of them, my servant Raziel, into the abyss, dealing one last hand to play against fate. But in the end, had it made any difference? Had I misread the signs, as Mobius told me? In my arrogance, had I missed my cast at destiny?
The Hilden are merely an inconvenient consequence. They will be dealt with in time. It is a small price to pay for Kain's death.
You're a bit premature.
Kain!
Is there a crack in your omniscience after all, Mobius? First, your omniscience, and now your powers. You're slipping badly.
This is not possible.
The part of me that staff affected is no longer in its place. But you already knew that, didn't you? I always was considered heartless. And now, Mobius, it is time.
To kill me? Again? Your only solution for every problem. Kill.
This is not a debate. You see, this time, you have nothing that I want.
You think this will matter? I serve one who has power over life and death.
Then go to him.
I am his obedient, his devoted servant. Soon, all pain will fade, and my master will bring me life once more. Master, my apologies. A momentary oversight. Somehow Kain still lives, and has unexpectedly dispatched me. Make use of your good servant, and go to your master then. I release you to the wheel. Oh, God, no. Do you see it now? The monster that you served. Is this what you imagined when you worshipped it? No! And in that knowledge, go and feed it. I release you.
Your petty actions are irrelevant, Raziel. Mobius was a good servant, but he was of no further use. His long life had run its course. You see, even when you rebel, you are doing my will.
Perhaps. But something has changed, hasn't it? You didn't foresee Kain's return.
You have both traced your paths along the wheel. This is where the journey ends.
You haven't the means to kill either one of us.
Ah, but you can be stopped. And you will come to understand how oblivion can be a mercy. You and Kain will spend eternity buried here together, praying for the merciful release of a death that will never come.
But I was armed with newfound knowledge, and it burned within me.
Redeemer and Destroyer.
Mobius had never seen his master until the Soul Reaver purified his sight. Even the ancient vampires had no idea what it was they so righteously worshipped.
You must unite what has been set asunder.
All the conflict and strife throughout history, all the fear and hatred, served but one purpose: to keep my master's wheel turning. All souls were prisoners, trapped in the pointless round of existence, leading distracted, blunted lives until death returned them, always in ignorance, to the wheel.
The coin is still turning.
But what hope had there been? One cannot fight the unseen.
Only then will the Scion of Balance be armed for his true endeavor.
Despair, Raziel. There is no escape.
It was then I knew what I had to do. I alone could end this.
Kain,
Do you so enjoy death?
yes.
Raziel.
No! Yes. This is how...
No! Raziel!
The Soul Reaver, pure of all corruption. This is what it is for. This is what I am for. The two become one. Both Soul Reavers together. And the Scion of Balance is healed. And I am not your enemy, not your destroyer. I am, as before, your right hand, your sword.
No, Raziel. This can't be the way.
And now you will see the true enemy.
Raziel. And it was then I saw.
So, I am revealed to you at last.
What in hell?
I am the origin of life, the devourer of death. I am the hub of the wheel, the purifying cycle to which all souls must be drawn.
Had I condemned Raziel to this nightmare when I cast him into the abyss?
You may ponder the futility of your ambitions as you spend a deathless eternity beneath a mountain of rubble. You and your soul reaver will go equally mad as the eons pass. The citadel of the apostates will become your living tomb.
Your words are heartening. For you would not fear us unless we could truly do you harm.
No! You are nothing!
False god. This is the end. The final turn of your wheel.
I have endured your game long enough. You will never defeat me, Kain. Your broken body will be buried here for all eternity. You will never defeat me, Kain. You will never defeat me, Kain. You will never break the wheel of fate. You cannot defeat me. I will bury you. I will bury you. This cannot be.
The Soul Reaver.
Will never escape. You will never defeat me, Kain. Pathetic creature. You will never defeat me, Kain. I will bury you. Your sacrifice has been made in vain, Rethia. This defiance is pointless. You cannot defeat me. surrender, Kain. Pathetic creature. Pathetic creature. Pathetic creature. Your sacrifice has been made in vain, Raziel. You cannot destroy me, Kain. I am the engine of life itself. The wheel will turn, the plague of your kind will be purged from this world, and on that inevitable day, your wretched, stagnant soul will finally be mine.
In the meantime, you'd best burrow deep. Now at last, the masks had fallen away. The strings of the puppets had become visible, and the hands of the Prime Mover exposed. Most ironic of all was the last gift that Raziel had given me. More powerful than the sword that now held his soul, more acute even than the vision his sacrifice had accorded me. The first bitter taste of that terrible illusion. Hope.
Yes, I understand.
Kain is deified. The clans tell tales of him. Few know the truth. He was mortal once, as were we all. However, his contempt for humanity drove him to create me and my brethren. I am Raziel, firstborn of his lieutenants. I stood with Kain and my brethren at the dawn of the Empire. I have served him a millennium. Over time, we became less human and more divine. Kain would enter the state of change and emerge with a new gift. Some years after the Master, our evolution would follow. Until I had the honor of surpassing my lord. For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward. Agony. There was only one possible outcome. Eternal damnation. I, Raziel, was to suffer the fate of traitors and weaklings, to burn forever in the bowels of the Lake of the Dead.
Cast him in.
Tumbling, burning with white-hot fire, I plunged into the depths of the abyss. Unspeakable pain, relentless agony. Time ceased to exist. Only this torture and a deepening hatred of the hypocrisy that damned me to this hell. An eternity passed, and my torment receded, bringing me back from the precipice of madness. The descent had destroyed me, and yet I lived.
Raziel, you are worthy.
At last. I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner. Tell me, did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
Eternity is relentless, Raziel. When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power of knowledge. To know the future, Raziel. To see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never contain such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? And as such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine eons ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. Free will is an illusion.
I found the tomb of Sarafan, Kain. How could you profane a priest by turning him into a vampire?
How could I not? One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer. Who better to serve me than those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil?
The Sarafan were saviors, defending Nazgul from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are opened, Kain. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse.
You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Sarafan were noble, altruistic? Oh, don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours. You nearly had me, Raziel. But this is not where or how it ends. Fate promises more twists before this drama unfolds completely.
Redeemer and Destroyer, Pawn and Messiah. Welcome, time-span soul. Welcome to your destiny. How humiliating it must be for you to come begging at my doorstep for answers.
Enough wordplay.
Don't threaten me, Kain. You see, I have the upper hand. How remarkable that the great Kain should succumb to the scepter's power like any common vampire. Still so arrogant after all these years, thinking you've devised some brilliant plan. You know nothing. There was a time when you might have heeded wise counsel when it was offered. Now your vanity has made you witless. You will have to learn the truth for yourself. You'll be needing this. Your strength will return after I have departed. But by then, you will have more urgent concerns than pursuing me. Perhaps, when we next meet, you will have learned a little humility.
My name is Raziel, his name is Kain. We are together once again. But I will never forgive him for ripping off my wings. Never. Never.
I'll miss your wings.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. What happened was the elder god had a colostomy. It was not under control. I said no more yogurt, elder god.
Huh? Well done, faithful servant. And now, I have an execution to see to.
Faithful servant, this. Spin on this, Mobius.
What is this place?
And one more a little different.
What is this place?
Almost exactly the same.
Why did you want Cohen dead?
Cohen? Yes, I knew he was Cohen. Now he calls himself Kain.
Cain, yes.
Rejected his people.
Haven't you discovered then at last? It's the scion of balance.
You want the pillars to fall?
You want the villas to fall.
I tell you, for pillage is haunted.
Just the subtle little.
Yes, real subtle.
I heard a woman's voice talking and moaning, and there was no one there.
You may know that I am priest with you.
Yes, I can see the rise in your toga.
Yes. Rise in my toga.
Yes. Is that pleased?
Okay, there's material Reaver, spectral Reaver, there's a dark Reaver, night Reaver, fire Reaver, air Reaver, water Reaver, there's the earth Reaver, here's spirit Reaver, ornamental shield, Kain, family clear, faceted, old, brown dick, howling heartstone. That was my name when I was a child. And I was stripping. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, howling heartstone.
Right.
Didn't you do that, the production of Hamlet at RADA?
I did, yes. That was the one where I swallowed my tonsils.
Yes.
I gave myself a tonsillectomy.
You also swallowed.
Yes, that was Othello.
Production of Othello, yes.
The enemy race, long banished, had a champion of their own. Flaming eyes and a fiery sword. Yes, and a tiara with full-length gloves and Joan heels. Why, he was Drag Reaver, a whole new series.
What was it that these deluded humans worship with such fervor?
That's the idea.
Was it the dreaded unspoken that Vorador had warned me about? Whatever so-called god inhabited this hideous pit, I was about to meet it. Oh, God.
Very well, then. I'll indulge you.
Good one. Hold a minute, please.
Help! Monsieur, I actually have a very high voice. And so this becomes quite a challenge for me. I spent 7 years playing.
In a deep, gravelly voice.
And I go to conventions and the people go, what? What? Why do you sound like that?
I was thrown in by my own brethren, don't you know? I was thrown in by my own brethren, good God, brethren, and I'm trying to get out. I was thrown in by my own brethren. And now you will see the true enemy. And now you will see the true enemy. And now you will see the and now you will see the true enemy. And now you will see the true enemy.
Pick it up from your speech again. We've had enough Michael for one day.
The Hilden.
The Hilden. The
Halalti Hilton.
Hilden.
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 The Hilden.
Hilden, how you
Hilden.
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 Hey, Hilden.
Hildenleben.
Very well. If this will make you see reason.
Pretty damn good.
Betty Davis and Joan Crawford had nothing on us. As he says, you say that while you hold in your hand the instrument of my doom. He's still my heart.
I don't even
Aye.
want to think about it. Without begging him to understand,
Right.
beg him to understand. Don't ever tell anybody I gave you that direction.
It's a paradox. It's all a paradox.
It's kind of Zen directing. Okay. Michael, I think you listen too well to me. You don't know where it is, do you? You just got a little too big.
Too big.
Well, you don't even know where it is, do you?
Yes, I hear. And then one more time, Wheel of Fate. Gee Christ, I know. Favorite thing to say. Pots. Rip my wings off, will you?
Redeemer and Destroyer.
Let me try that one more time.
Just no listening. Never listens when we get the idea. Once we get it, they shut us off.
Click.
Click. That's it.
Now they're sucking the air out of it.
That's it. Oh, good. You have the big chunk. You have the big exposition.
Oh,
Thank
no.
you.
Oh,
Thank you
Christ.
for giving him the
I haven't
exposition.
seen it yet.
Well. I just waited for that page to turn.
I need a break to call my agent.
He wants to get paid by the word now.
Yeah.
And I love my line.
What does all this?
Can I have my line reduced to huh?
Maybe instead of hundred, maybe just say what?
Say what?
Say what?
Say what? Say what?
I cannot accompany you because I'm still hot. I can't talk. I have to. I have nothing else to say. And if I fail, then I have another story to tell you.
If you fail, you have to do the whole damn thing over again.
If I fail, I'm going to keep talking.
However, the world can have the Fimpton for all I care.
Just start slipping in some.
Just
small ones.
Oh,
Curthful blessings. It is the price we pay to keep the held and banished from the land. Oh, to sustain the binding.
Michael, ease off a little bit. He's tending to get slightly bitchy with him, and we want to get off that.
You want him more masculine? Props! Okay.
I want answers. Just a little bit, just a little bit.
So a little less on it's too late. The pillars are already damned.
I guess. I see.
Michael?
Yes, sir.
Butch it up a little.
Ah, so a little stronger. Okay.
A little stronger.
Butch it up.
You see, usually I get
Michael.
There must be.
It's too late. The pillars are already damned.
Yeah, good.
That was so Butch.
It's a lot of line you got there. You got a lot of line there.
But I cannot accompany you.
Yes, but I cannot accompany
Which is my hope. Since I cannot accompany you, I think it's your turn to talk.
I still think Tony should be doing this in costume, but
Yeah, well, I did.
it's very hard for me, but I'll try.
False God, you have reached the end, the final turn of your wheel.
So what?
Well, nothing personal. We will ring
Pretty
you
good.
up for
Not
this
bad
where-
at all for somebody who's just in the business last year.
Before I'm finished, and you're so cold.
I've only begun to seek you out.
Seek you out.
Go hide and be afraid.
I will ring
For I
you
shall
up.
ring you up from this world, for I'm finished, and your so-called wheel of destiny will shatter upon my sword.
There's tough.
I've only begun to seek you out. So go hide and be afraid, for I shall root you up from this world before I'm finished. And your so-called wheel of destiny will shatter upon my sword.
Like a bubble ball.
Oh, yeah.
You know. How'd you do that? God, that's amazing.
How'd you do that?
God, he's got the gear.
God help us. Good heavens.
I've only begun
Well,
to seek you out.
My lunch hour now.
Is it? What's the time, Tony?
12:30, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Oh, good.
25 to 1, actually. Actually, it's 25 to 1. 25 before 1. You think you've defeated me, Kain? It's not possible. I exist in places you cannot find. You think you have defeated me, Kain? It is not possible. I exist in places you cannot find.
God. I'm not following. I can't follow that.
I exist in places you cannot find.
God. I think I need a bathroom break.
It's coming through, but it's a bit tinny, isn't it?
Well, you are. I sound.
No, don't you? You bastard.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if we hear you or not.
We never listen.
What the hell does that matter? I'm worried about hearing myself and Simon.
No, don't listen to me. I'm shit.
All right. I think that's the best you could do, isn't it?
With that glowing endorsement.
Glowing endorsement. This peculiar sensation is familiar to me.
That's because it's my line.
I'm running in for it.
Yeah, okay. She's warming it up. Thank you.
Thank you.
What can I do with
Right,
the next one?
right. Let's go then. I've got to alter my voice now.
I'm not funny, Tony. I'm not funny.
You are.
Yeah,
You don't know it. You are.
You
You are. You don't know it. That's the point.
That's the secret.
You are funny.
The secret of my comedy is not funny.
Once you lost your tentacles, you've lost it all, haven't you?
When I lost mine,
Yeah,
it's downhill, really.
I mean, it's downhill all the way there.
It is.
Can't do much worse than that. I mean, you've got 8 of them, I know, but...
Don't grow back.
They don't, no.